2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here. Shaq's here. Kenny's here. Welcome to this edition of 2K Sports. And tonight our broadcast will be shifting to Minneapolis, where we'll see the Timberwolves going up against the Brooklyn Nets. Looking at the Nets, they've had a tough time over the last few weeks. 3-7 in their last 10 games. We'll see if they can make amends tonight. And tonight, we'll see one of the quickest guards in the league, Jeff Teague. Kenny, what makes him so tough to defend?
He's elusive. You know, he can shoot the three, can get into the lane, create stuff. Handle is underrated. Stop on a dime shot. Shaq, I like him.
You know, has quick hands on the defensive end as well. He comes up with a lot of skills.
Or steals, too.
I said steals.
Oh, I thought you said
I thought
skills.
Skills, too.
No, steals.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Well, then you're right.
Yeah, he's top 10 in the league in skills.
All right, you called me. I had a muffin in my mouth.
Okay.
And with the game about to tip off, let's get you out to Kevin Harlan and the crew.
Clouds passing high over the 10th Avenue Bridge and the Mississippi River here in Minneapolis. A gorgeous scene. 2K Sports presents the NBA Monday Night Basketball. It's coming right up. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. Last game for the Timberwolves, they picked up the W against the Sacramento Kings.
I tell you what, how efficient they were at scoring the basketball, especially for an away game, that was impressive.
Yeah, I don't think it's ever easy playing on the road, obviously. But that night, they were really in rhythm, shot the ball with such ease and confidence.
Doors for a couple teams that had high hopes coming out of the gate. Frustration starting to build, and you can even sense it with the fans. They're getting a little bit nervous here.
And this is the critical stage where when you've gotten out of the gate slowly, it's your leadership that has to step up. They've got to have a strong voice in the locker room, not overreact to mounting frustrations, and just calm the nerves of the young players. It's important to keep your unity in tough times.
One of the coaches always say, don't let go of the rope. Everybody's got to pull in the right direction, same direction. Don't let go of the rope.
Great point, Kev.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Hollis, Jefferson, and Allen together down low. LeVert and Carroll are the wingmen. And it's Russell in at the one. LeVert. Andrew Wiggins pulls it in. Teague against Russell.
This is exactly what you hope for from your point guard, Jeff Teague, unselfishly pulling all the right strings.
And that unleashed chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Wiggins outside. Back to Teague. Tries a three. A rebound by the Nets. And stolen by Wiggins. Shoots. And it's Teague. That time on the assist by Gibson. Teague's got his first bucket in this one.
Well, this to me is one of the best aspects of Teague's game. He is an exceptional catch-and-shoot guy.
Here's LeVert, covered by Wiggins. Floats one up. Here's Allen, and then Allen slams it in.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Teague, the pass to Jang. Kicks it to Gibson. Teague feeling it out a bit. Now the dish to Jang. 5 on the clock. Shoots over Carroll.
Well, there's a reason DeMarre Carroll draws the toughest defensive assignment on a night-by-night basis. He never lets up.
Teague finds Jang. Higgins outside. Here's Gibson. And that one hits back iron. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Kenny Atkinson.
Well, guys, he said he's expecting his defense on the interior to be important. He said we can protect the rim with our shot blocking. We want to keep them outside of the paint, but if they get inside, our ability to deny can come in handy tonight. Devin, we'll see if he's right. Back to you.
Thanks, David. And guys, do you agree that they have to put the emphasis on their defense here early on?
I do. I think it's a great idea to play to your strengths, and defense is a strong suit for this group.
Well, it's something that they have considered their signature. The defensive end of the floor is something they bring every single game.
Here's Russell following the bucket by the Timberwolves. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. LeVert the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Russell with the 3. Rebound by Jang. Minnesota in the lead. Wiggins right side. And Jang kicks to Gibson. Outside Teague takes the 3. The shot that time not on target. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Warriors.
Well, listen, I've seen worse performances offensively, but no doubt that group was inconsistent.
Well, certainly it wasn't their best night shooting the basketball. What you have to do is now put it aside and get focused for the next one.
Now here's Teague. A 14-point game for him in the win against the Kings in Sacramento.
And we got to talk about his 4 steals on the night. That's a complete performance at both ends of the floor.
Well, and the Brooklyn Nets, to me, seem to have a bright future in front of them. There is a good collection of young players that they can continue to grow with, and finally will own their draft pick for the first time in what feels like forever.
The Timberwolves have gotten just 3 of their first 9 shots to go down in this game. Pass to Covington. Shoots over Carroll, and it's blocked.
Look at DeMarre Carroll get in space and block the shot. Defense at its best.
Russell kicks to Carroll. To the inside. A nice shot by LeVert.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Minnesota's gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Pass to Gibson. The 9-foot shot. And that one is off.
Well, that's tough defense in the paint, harassing him every step of the way.
Russell against Teague. Russell dishes to Carroll. 6 to shoot. Back to Russell. From deep. Rebound Minnesota.
And a really smart defender there. He just reads the play, wastes no time trying to blow it up.
Almost like he was anticipating the play call, right? You love the hustle.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Sharch comes in for Taj Gibson. And it's Rose in for Jeff Teague. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Spencer Dinwiddie's checked in for LeVert. Here's Dinwiddie, covered by Wiggins. Dinwiddie kicks to Russell. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And for D'Angelo Russell, the former number 2 pick, it's all about developing himself as a player and a leader. Has focused more on the team and less on himself of late, and knows what is expected of him and has to earn every second of floor time.
And last season, Russell had to fight for minutes upon returning from injury.
Yeah, and battles like that help mature a player and really keep them focused. Those are areas where Russell had struggled in the past. I think he and his coach both know it's not easy, but it has already started in making Russell the best player he can be.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota.
Yeah, just ice cold right now from the floor. Time to regroup.
I think, Greg, they look lost and they look frustrated. Not sure how they're missing so many shots right now.
Now here's Rose. In the game against Sacramento, very impressive. And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, that's about effort, carving space for the interior look. And one attribute we'll always talk about with Rose is the heart that he plays with.
Russell against Rose. Russell kicks to Davis. Here's Dinwiddie. They really needed more from him in that loss to Golden State. It's good.
Well, Spencer Dinwiddie does such a good job of understanding what the defense is going to give him. How about that pick and roll play? That's nice.
Now here's Rose. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. And it's Wiggins missing.
And they've come out with a take no prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Timberwolves trail by 4. Dang finds Sharch. Rose with the ball. He's picked up by Russell. And the basket by Rose. So it's Brooklyn now. Here's Dinwiddie. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. It's stolen by Dang. The pass to Chang. It's stolen by Davis. Outside Russell from 13. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Russell's got his second bucket tonight.
So creative with the basketball in his hands. You can see D'Angelo Russell's understanding improving over time. That's nice.
Now here's Wiggins. He also had a big impact in that win against the Kings. Sharch against Fareed. 5 to shoot. Wiggins passes to Sharch. Over Fareed. Some solid defense from Fareed. Nets leading by 4. Dinwiddie surveying the floor. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And even though Spencer Dinwiddie had a breakout year, he felt that his time was long overdue.
Yeah, and between the injury in college and kind of being buried on the bench, he's had to overcome a lot and has always believed in himself. And he feels when matched up head-to-head with most guards, he's going to come out on top. Showed exactly why he believes in himself so much with that breakout season in 2018.
2 shots.
And he can't get the first one. Doris, look in your crystal ball. 5 years from now, who do you think will be the 2-3 best players in the NBA?
Well, certainly some of the names. I won't say this is a definitive list, but as long as health holds, I'm going to give you 3 men who are going to be bad men in the NBA for a long time. Giannis Antetokounmpo, because the Greek freak is able at his size to handle it, take it off the window, and dominate action in transition. If he gets a consistent jump shot, forget about it. Ben Simmons, exactly the same thing. His passing ability is extraordinary. I think you'll see him get a low post game, and I think he'll get a jump shot, and he will be unguardable. And one of my absolute favorites is Mr. Joel Embiid. Give it to you inside, give it to you outside. Mr. Embiid can handle it. He can dominate with his defense. Those 3 men are going to be all-stars for a long, long time.
Unloads from 13. Here's Fareed. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
A team's rebounding is a great measure of its energy, and theirs has been terrific here in the first quarter.
And Kenneth Fareed, an outstanding performance with Team USA in 2014. But, Greg, his minutes have gone down in recent seasons.
Yeah, I mean, he's a great rebounder. He's got all the athleticism you need, but he's not a shooter or a big-time defender. In today's game, you need your big man to do at least one of those two.
That free throw good from Fareed. And it's Jones with the ball for Minnesota. 6-point game. And this is their first time matched up with Brooklyn this year.
And going back a season ago, it was a win for both sides in their two meetings.
You know, despite the disparity in talent, these two teams played each other tough last year. Let's see how competitive they are this time around.
The Nets shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. Free throw good, Davis.
Well, the Timberwolves last year finally broke through that 14-year playoff drought, but they made it very clear that's not enough. This is a team with much bigger aspirations.
Now here's Rose. He has 6. Sharks looking around. Outside, Jones. Clock at 6. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And the Timberwolves, Doris, plan to be aggressive, getting bounced in the first round. Not going to satisfy them.
They've made it clear they want deep playoff runs and a chance to compete for titles. To do that, they understand they'll need to get a lot better.
And that one falls for Jones.
Well, think about the Minnesota native Tyus Jones. His poise at the point guard spot is what stands out to me, guys. Here's a terrific IQ and an unbelievable sense for how to run a team. Tyus Jones, we're just getting the best of him now.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. And Tyus Jones, Doris, won a national championship at Duke. He was the outstanding player in the Final Four, but only the 24th pick in 2015. What caused him to slip?
Well, I think one of the questions you had was athletically, could he match up at the point guard position in today's NBA? But I think what you absolutely love about Tyus Jones, just as you stated, he won a national championship. This guy has been a winner. And I think his skill level, the intangibles, his ability to run a team, there's a lot to like about this young man's game.
Now Napier, following the three-point attempt by Derrick Rose. And the basket by Napier. Napier's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Jones kicks to Rose. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And where the shot's been coming from tonight, here's a look broken down by paint, mid-range, and three-point shot attempts so far for the Nets.
And they've really shied away from the mid-range. That's a new school style, and looking for shots beyond the arc and at the rim, those tend to be far more efficient.
The first one falls. Well, you just have to admire the job that this Nets front office has done to improve the roster.
Well, there's no doubt, Kevin, they have taken on bad contracts in an attempt to gather assets. They have found talents like Spencer Dinwiddie who were passed up by other teams. So even though they didn't have a ton to work with, the team has kept pace with their improvement.
And so he makes both from the line.
Boy, just never a good idea to give this guy too many chances at the line. He's going to cash in.
Napier kicks to Fareed. But they recover it. Dang against Harris. Here's Fareed. And that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. In a moment here to highlight some of the best and brightest from beyond the stripe. Six on the shot clock. On the wing, Harris. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Timberwolves trail by 9. Now here's Jones. Outside Dang. To the inside. 7-foot shot. Saric. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
I'll tell you, that play was not as easy as he made it look. A moving target. It has to be perfectly placed. Really pretty.
Here's Dinwiddie. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Got a piece of it. Napier kicks to Davis. Shoots from the elbow. It's hauled in by Tolliver. Jones for three. Knocks down the three ball. And now just a 4-point Brooklyn lead. And that does it for the first quarter. Nets lead by 4. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Nets, what do you guys think?
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
Well, you love the determination. It seems like every rebound is theirs for the taking. They are overwhelming the opposition.
Nets leading by 4. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. Kenneth Faried is out there with Harris. Then there's Davis. Then there's Shabazz Napier. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2 spot.
I'll tell you, that's a graceful finish. Not just any old layup. The teardrop.
Jones dishes to Saric. The shot's good.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dinwiddie passes to Faried. Dinwiddie kicks to Davis. Passes it to Napier. And a miss there on the triple.
Well, I'll tell you, still looking for that first 3 of the second quarter. He had one to open this game in the first.
Jones the pass to Tolliver. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game. And here's Napier. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. That's tipped. It's stolen by Jones. He feeds it to Rose. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Dinwiddie. He's covered by Rose. Here's Napier. Another shot. It's deflected. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And so it's Brooklyn with it. Here's Dinwiddie. He's covered by Rose. Clock at 6. Count it. His second make in 4 attempts.
I'll tell you, it's hard to deal with Dinwiddie that close to the rim. You cannot mess with his concentration.
Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Dang finds Jones. Here is Tolliver. Jones looking for an opening. Off target from outside. Nets leading by 4. Outside, Davis. Pass to Napier. He dishes it to Faried. Here's Dinwiddie. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Rose.
Well, think about it, guys. Last year, Spencer Dinwiddie, a little bit of a breakout year, right? Stepped in for the injured D'Angelo Russell and helped the Nets stay competitive, proving to be a big-time scorer.
First one falls for him. And Doris Dinwiddie's so good at finding a play to make, even when it seems he has nowhere to go.
Well, that quick first step opens up space to get into the passing lanes. This guy makes a lot of jump passes, but seems to get away with it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Taj Gibson's checked in for Sharich. Robert Covington comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Teague in for Rose. Now here's Covington. 20 points for him last game against Sacramento. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Teague. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Toronto. They've got the #1 record in the conference, and because of it, each night out, their competition is going to bring it right at them. And, of course, there's the Nets, 8.5 games behind them.
And seeing where the Nets are, their season has been exactly the kind of misadventure their fans were afraid it might be.
And with the major changes we know are coming, now you have players fighting for their jobs, trying to prove they deserve to be here beyond the end of this season.
Here's Napier after the made shot from Jeff Teague. Pass to LeVert. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. LeVert's got 5 now.
Well, you cannot allow Karis LeVert to square up from deep. When he's in rhythm, he's going to knock down that shot with great consistency.
The pass to Jones. For 3, Covington. Rebounded by the Nets. Allen's got his 4th rebound in this one. Tolliver kicks to Covington. Here is Tolliver. Dishes to Teague. Over Napier. It'll go, and the Nets lead is cut down to 4 on the bucket from Jeff Teague.
Well, this is where Jeff Teague likes to operate. Get by initially and get into that mid-range. That's nicely done.
It's stolen by Jones. Here's Gibson. Rebound, Brooklyn. Hollis Jefferson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Dinwiddie, defended by Jones. Here's Allen. Nails the baby hook. And the Nets lead by 6.
Boy, phenomenal decision-making from the young guard. Spencer Dinwiddie, nicely done, putting it on time and on target.
Now here's Teague. He has 6. Gibson dishes to Teague. Buries it down low. Teague's got 6 points in the quarter.
I tell you, get the feeling he's only going to get better as this game wears on. That first quarter was good. His second quarter has been great.
Here's LeVert. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against the Warriors in Oakland.
And he was aggressive in how he played on the defensive side of the floor, notching 3 steals on the game.
Timberwolves trail by 6. Teague, the pass to Covington. And Jones has it in the corner. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. The second chance effort. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And Greg, what's not to like about Taj Gibson?
I mean, he's a hard worker defensively, finishes well inside, he's got the mid-range shooting touch. But what I like most, really, his unselfishness. He started, came off the bench, no complaints. This is a guy that just wants to win.
Jang, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Wiggins comes in for Jones. And Doris, to try and improve the flow of the games, teams now have fewer timeouts. Players have to be faster about retaking the court after stoppages. I'm assuming you're like me, all good things, right?
I agree, Kevin, and I think what people don't know is the impetus from this actually came from the coaches themselves. Rick Carlisle said, listen, we need to pick up the pace of play because we'd like our games to fit in a certain time frame. And listen, when you've got the leadership at the top in Adam Silver, who always makes clear that game flow is one of his focuses and that this is an entertainment medium and let's please our fans, you're going to make the right choices.
Free throw good, Wiggins.
And Andrew Wiggins, the #1 overall pick back in 14. Of great bloodlines, the son of pro athletes. The game just seems to come easy to him.
No good on the second free throw. You know, Greg, the game comes so easy to Wiggins, but some say he needs to be more assertive, more aggressive. Do you see that?
I mean, high expectations for a player that was taken first overall. The length and athleticism should enable him to impact the game in so many ways, but, you know, his motor doesn't always rev high enough to take advantage.
And Brooklyn has possession after the basket by Minnesota. Teague against Russell. Back to Carroll. The three. Second chance shot. Hollis Jefferson can't hit.
The only way he doesn't finish is if the defense gets in his face. Nice job.
Covington with the bucket.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's Russell following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Here's LeVert. 5 points in the game. With the floater, it's tipped. Covington with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. Here's LeVert. Gibson with the steal. Wiggins outside. Passes to Jang. Covington in the corner. His three-pointers off the mark.
No other way to put it. Just a poor shooting performance for him, but luckily his teammates have picked up the slack.
Bucket is good.
Wow, what a crafty player. Gets it done any way he has to.
And Teague's at the ball here for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He kicks to Wiggins. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. For Brooklyn, they've gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. No one covering. 9 points for D'Angelo Russell.
Well, it's key that you've got to maintain concentration throughout the game. And D'Angelo Russell, nice job in the catch and shoot.
Pass to Covington. To the paint. Deflects the pass. And here's the fast break. Carroll leading the way. They double him with Wiggins. Carroll passes to LeVert. Good for another basket for him. Number 4 today. He's 4 of 8.
Boy, his shot looks so much more fluid this quarter, hitting at a much better clip.
Teague finds Covington. Pass to Gibson. Stolen by Allen. In transition. Here come the Nets. Carroll passes to Russell. Here's LeVert. Covered by Wiggins. Here's Hollis Jefferson. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Clock is at 3. Here's LeVert. That one wide left. Timberwolves trail by 5. And here's Covington from the arc. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got his 3rd assist on the night. Kicks it to Russell. And Gorgui Dieng is going to pick up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Sharch checked in for Gibson. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Jeff Teague. The Nets also changing it up. Davis comes in for Rondé Hollis Jefferson. And Harris subbed in for LeVert.
Well, he's obviously anticipating different movement there. And instead of an easy connection, the pass sails straight into the front row.
Minnesota making a switch here. Deng's checked in. And a change for the Nets. Fareed is checked in.
Well, Andrew Wiggins has become adept at knowing how to get separation and get his shot off. That's nice pick and roll play.
The Nets have gone 8 of 16 from the field in the second quarter. A nice efficient 50%. Davis kicks to Russell. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
Well, you've got to look at this guy's shooting as one of the main reasons they've been able to build this lead.
Year after year, the Timberwolves have the NBA's most grueling travel schedule. A lot of miles to cover in the West.
Kevin, if you add up their flights in a season, they could circle the globe more than twice. And let's remember, there's no frequent flyer miles here either.
Here's Jang. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two.
You'd be hard-pressed to find an area where Zhang's growth has not been seen. No longer a guy you can send to the line.
First trip to the line for him here.
And to look at his percentage from the line, you see him at 89%. That's an indicator of what a consistent stroke he has.
And he makes the first. Gorgui Dieng, the 21st pick in 2013 out of Louisville. He's more than lived up to that selection.
Well, let's remember, this is a national champion we're talking about. The Louisville Cardinals won it with him anchoring them defensively. He's also shown a nice shooting touch in the mid-range game in the professional leagues. But I think it's his defense that still remains the strength of his game.
Russell, no luck. Minnesota's gotten into trouble with the three ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. Wiggins finds Saric. Wants to get it to Rose, and does. They now take the lead. Rose has got the lead up to 2 now for Minnesota.
Yeah, Kev, because of his toughness, Rose does this with regularity. Converts inside against duress.
Right wing. Russell against Rose. Russell passes to Davis. Russell inside. Harris against Saric. Shot from 12. A putback. Great positioning on the putback. Davis has got the game tied up here for the Nets.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Rose kicks to Zhang. In the corner, it's Wiggins. And another three for Minnesota.
Now, really found his stroke here in the second quarter after missing everything in the first.
Nets trail by 3. Russell looking it over. Now the pass to Carey. On the wing, Davis, covered by Saric. Saric against Davis. Outside Carroll. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Now Rose. A three-pointer, Wiggins, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Timberwolves ahead as they end the second quarter on a 12-4 run. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thank you. Andrew, the energy and effort were apparent throughout that first half. How were you able to do it?
We had a good practice, working hard, really putting things together. Keep doing that, we can come out with a W.
Hey, thanks for your time. We appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
We welcome you back. Ernie Johnson with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Quite the tussle there in the first half, huh? It was a closely contested first quarter for Minnesota. They only had a couple rough stretches, and as the first period came to a close, they had a 4-point deficit. The second quarter was a different story than the first. They played with energy and confidence in building a 3-point lead at the break. And, Kenny, what did you see out there from the Timberwolves?
Well, so far they won the battle of assists. They played more patiently and very unselfish in the first half. Good shot selection and nice flow of offense.
And over to Shaq. What do you think about Brooklyn?
Way too many turnovers, Ernie. I understand pushing the action, trying to make things happen, but you got to be under control. Forced turnovers are one thing. Being completely careless is another. At least they have another half of basketball to improve.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
The buildings of downtown Minneapolis all lit up on this lovely evening. Welcome back, everyone, to the Twin Cities. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. You look at D'Angelo Russell. What a contribution.
His points production thus far off the charts. It's only been 2 quarters. Just a great effort for him for the entire half.
I don't think you could ask for anything more from this guy. He has been fantastic to start this one.
And it's Russell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Nets. They trail by 3. Teague is at the point with Wiggins at the 2. Taj Gibson is out there with Robert Covington, and it's Jang in at the center position. So that's who Tom Thibodeau starts the second half with. The Timberwolves shooting well, 50% from the floor. Wiggins with it. And here's Jang. Back to Wiggins. 6 to shoot. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound. Hollis Jefferson's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Outside, Russell. Down low and stolen by Jang. Here's Wiggins, and some very quick points for him on that possession. Wiggins has got 8 points.
Oh, really smooth. Andrew Wiggins with a terrific mid-range game.
It's stolen by Teague by himself, and it's slammed in by Teague.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
Nets trail by 5. Now, here is Russell. He's got 13. Here's LeVert. And the powerful one-handed slam.
How about the aggressiveness of Rondé Hollis Jefferson? Go to work, young man.
Minnesota leading by 3. Teague finds Jang. Back to Teague. Looking for Gibson. He gets it there. To the paint. Here's Wiggins. The rebound by the Nets. Davis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one.
Well, you think about the Brooklyn Nets and Kenny Atkinson having a tough task of rebuilding this organization. It is still feeling the effects of the trade that stripped them of so many picks. But give Kenny credit for embracing the challenge and knowing there's a long road ahead.
Minnesota with the ball. After the basket by Brooklyn. A nice shot by Teague.
And to me, Kevin, this game has been all about Jeff Teague. He is dominating on the offensive end. He's getting whatever shot he wants right now.
Here's LeVert. He's got 9. Russell with it. Picked up by Teague. LeVert the pass to Russell. Down to 5 on the shot clock. They get a hand on it. Now Covington. 7 points in the game. And with Atkinson and the Nets, he said it feels like the team is a startup.
Right. Atkinson has taken a more hands-on approach with the team. He works out with the group. He does weightlifting with them. He wants to build the idea that the team is striving towards something together.
Napier, who's checked in for the Nets. And Gibson sends it back.
Boy, Gibson's so good at timing these rejections. Twice on the pipes from Taj.
Wiggins outside. Outside Teague. Fires the 3. And Wiggins gets it to go on the assist by Teague. Teague's got his 3rd assist on the night. Napier with it. 5 points in the game. Passes to Hollis Jefferson. Davis finds Hollis Jefferson.
Well, you can see the basketball IQ of Hollis Jefferson on display. He senses the foul coming, goes straight into it.
Rondé Hollis-Jefferson, a bit unorthodox, Doris, in the way he attacks the hoop.
Right, he doesn't ever, Kevin, seem to go at the rim in a straightforward fashion. This guy is great at stopping and starting and zigzagging his way to the cup.
That free throw good from Hollis-Jefferson.
Well, I think you think of the Brooklyn Nets, and though there isn't a ton of wins, I do think you see this team moving in the right direction. Yes, they only had 28 wins, finished 12th overall, but the reality is, on a night-by-night basis, this team gives great effort in the face of adversity.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Tolliver comes in for Jang, and Tyus Jones subbed in for Jeff Teague.
Well, I think what I like about Hollis-Jefferson is he can contribute just a little bit of everything. This guy's got a tremendous motor.
Jones with the bounce pass. And Gibson kicks to Jones. And another three for Minnesota. And the Nets win total last year impressive given the injuries.
Well, Jeremy Lin and D'Angelo Russell's injuries obviously made things difficult, Kevin. But despite it all, the Nets were more competitive than they've been the last few seasons. To me, this is an organization that has some things it can build on.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Leading by 5. Gibson passes to Tolliver. The dish now to Jones. Covington trying to break free. Second chance shot. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the way up. Covington's got 9 points.
The initial miss was the best thing that could have happened to them. He was in absolutely perfect position for the putback.
Here's Dinwiddie, defended by Covington. Allen against Gibson. In the corner, Hollis-Jefferson. Here's Dinwiddie. Buries it from three-point range. He's got 9.
Well, continuing to show confidence in that jumper. Spencer Dinwiddie looking comfortable.
And here's Jones. He's got 8. Kicks it out to Wiggins. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. And the Timberwolves lead by 6.
Well, you can see he's feeling it right now. Shots dropping from all over the place this quarter.
Covington with the steal. Feeds it to Jones. Wiggins passes to Tolliver. And it's blocked.
Wow, fantastic to see Hollis-Jefferson hit it twice on the pipes. Extends out and sends it back.
Sharch checked in for Taj Gibson. Jones from outside. Hollis-Jefferson with the rebound. Nets trail by 6. It's stolen by Jones. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
And with the break here, let's look at the stats for Covington. He's averaging 8 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. And those numbers, solid, not spectacular. And sometimes what you see is what you get.
There's no doubt. This is a guy who understands his role, knows he's got to give you quality minutes, and that's what they expect from him.
Here's Dinwiddie. He's got 9. In the corner, Napier with it. Over Jones. And it's Napier missing. Timberwolves leading by 6. Wiggins left side. He dishes it to Covington. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And watching Robert Covington and how he plays out there, great 3-and-D guy, the ultimate role player on a team, and he just gels well with his teammates and doesn't force shots.
Shooting 2.
first free throw is good. And Greg, with Covington, he makes a point with his game to take what the defense gives him.
And sometimes that means Covington will go nights where he shoots very little. He's okay with that. He's focused on efficiency and making the best decision for the team. Only cares about wins and a true team player.
And both free throws good for Covington. And the Nets with possession here. 8-point game. Now here's Napier. He's got 5. There's the 3. Here's Allen. And it's Allen with the jam.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe. Here is Tolliver. After the basket by Brooklyn. Here's Sharch. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. Sharch has got the lead up to 8 now for Minnesota. Here's Dinwiddie. 9 points in the game so far. No good with the triple.
Boy, for a capable three-point shooter, that's one he expects to make.
Rose goes in. Here's Covington. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Covington's got 6 in the quarter.
Kevin, the vision by Rose, right? Hits the open man. He's creating for others, and this guy is so tough to deal with.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
Well, you think about the Minnesota Timberwolves becoming one of the premier offensive teams in the league. They have a huge advantage in free throw attempts and limiting turnovers. 2 things that have really set this group apart.
Luol Deng is checked in for Minnesota. Harris is checked in for the Nets. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look at Golden State, things going their way so far in this season. Right now, they lead the pack up front in the first spot with the best record. And, of course, Minnesota, they're 4th in the conference.
Well, right now for the Timberwolves, they've stayed right there, just in sniffing distance of the conference leaders. That's a solid accomplishment at this stage of the season.
Yeah, even so, though, I'm sure they're not satisfied just being near the top of the standings. They're going to be looking to make a major push as the season winds down.
For Minnesota, they have shot 10 of 11 at the line. Nice work so far for them.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. And Doris, you look at the Wolves offense. Have they maxed out how good they can be?
I think one area they have to look at is in this age of the three-pointer, they were one of the league's lowest in three-point attempts. To me, they've got to boost that number, and I think they also need to look to attack in transition. They've certainly got enough weapons.
Dang, hits them both.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Napier dishes to Allen. Back to Napier. Harris against Covington. Harris outside. 5 on the clock. He kicks to Dinwiddie. And it's blocked by Deng. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And so it's Deng bringing it up for the Timberwolves. The 12-point lead, their biggest of the game. Pass to Saric. Over Allen. Another miss by Minnesota.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
Covington finds Deng. Second chance shot. Kicks it out to Jones. Back to Deng. 5 to shoot. Lets it go with the 3. And it's Jones, that time on the assist by Deng. Jones has got a pair of 3s now here in the third for the Timberwolves. Now here's Napier, defended by Covington. Pass to Allen. Over Jones. Allen, that's good. Allen's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, this guy has got tremendous potential as a passer. Spencer Dinwiddie, very aware he's got to distribute the basketball.
Now here's Jones. 11 points in the game. Harris against Covington. And the call will be against Harris. That is his first foul of the game. D'Angelo Russell's checked in for Napier. Jones against Russell. Floats it up for Šarić. Stolen by Allen. Here's Russell. Good. And Harris gets the assist. And that's 15 points for D'Angelo Russell.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
Rose kicks to Šarić. Back to Rose. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on D'Angelo Russell.
I tell you, one of these guys who just specializes in drawing contact from the defender. Derrick Rose always attacking.
2 shots.
That one is off.
Well, the Brooklyn Nets, one of the younger teams in the league this year and last year. And obviously, with young teams and with the style of play, turnovers are going to be something you've got to contend with along the way.
And the Nets making a change here. Carroll's checked in. And he ends up missing both free throws. And along with the turnovers, outside shooting can be a problem for the Nets.
Well, think about it, Kevin. I think there's a fundamental belief in today's NBA that you need to shoot the three to win at a high level. So even though this organization right now doesn't have a ton of lights-out shooters, they are committed to getting that style established in their franchise.
So it's Minnesota now. Timberwolves leading by 11. On the wing, Jones. He's guarded by Russell. For the three. Jones, no luck. The Nets have gone better than 53% from the floor since halftime. Shooting 8 of 15. The feed to Russell. Tries again. Allen, that's good.
You know, one thing that has stood out tonight is his scoring. You know, he's kept attacking even when they've been trailing.
Outside Rose. He feeds it to Jones. Over Russell. And it's Jones. That time on the assist by Rose. Jones has got 13.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half. Sticking to the high percentage shots. Playing smart with the lead.
Here's Dinwiddie. 9 points in the game so far. The teardrop falls in. He's got 11.
Well, Spencer Dinwiddie can make an impact in the painted area. He's got size at the position.
Minnesota calls timeout.
Yeah, you can sense he wasn't happy with how things are going here. Probably looking to change it up a bit.
Yeah, no, not at all. It's a good call, Greg. They need a fresh, new approach here.
Jang, he's checked in for Minnesota. Teague comes in for Jones. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Davis is checked in. Timberwolves leading by 9. Now Teague. He's got 12. Šarić passes to Teague. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
I'll tell you, how about a high percentage opportunity from Jeff Teague? As a scorer, you love to get those easy ones.
Davis surveying the floor. Dishes to Dinwiddie. Right wing. Clock at 6. Russell from long range. Can't hit that one. And Minnesota now the other way. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
Well, he had 1 3-pointer in the first half, but so far in the second, he's come up with goose eggs.
And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. 19 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Sinks the triple. And that's 13 points for Rose.
And since halftime, they have been locked and loaded from beyond.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Knocking down triples repeatedly, the defense starting to look helpless at this point.
Russell finds Allen. Over Jang. No good there. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver, and he did just that.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. And Brooklyn looking who they've got. Davis is out there with Allen. Then it's Russell. Then it's Damari Carroll. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard position. There's Russell with a three. Rebound by Jang. Jang's got 6 rebounds in the game. Russell against T. Sharge outside. Dang with the bucket. Dang's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Minnesota. Nets trail by 16. Russell kicks to Allen. Tipped away. Here's Dang. He shoots again. The kick out to T. He's looking for Sharge and finds him. Rebounded by the Nets. Davis has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. The pass to Dinwiddie. Corner shot. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
Well, you want Spencer Dinwiddie to continue to be more consistent. So good to see him knock down those shots.
Jang the pass to Teague. Sharge outside. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got his 4th assist in this one. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Nets. They trail by 16. Davis dishes to Dinwiddie. Russell with a wide open look. Buries the long-range jumper.
He hits one in the first half, another here. Not prolific, but the defense has to keep an eye on him.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Teague finds Sharge. Makes the bucket. Now he's got 5 field goals, 5 for 8 in the game.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Here's Dinwiddie. He's covered by Rose. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut back down to 13 with the basket coming from Davis.
I'll tell you, Kev, they wouldn't object if all their looks were that close.
Teague against Russell. Teague the pass to Jang. In transition, here come the Nets. Russell's running. Carroll, no one around him. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
Boy, some long-distance damage being done by Damari Carroll. Evidence of the work he's put in that perimeter shooting.
Rose kicks to Sharge. Rose scanning the floor. Here's Jang. Second shot opportunity. Excellent D there from Allen.
Boy, not enough spring in his step on the way to the cup. He actually short arms that layup.
And Russell gets it to go.
Yeah, the D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been from beyond.
Now here's Rose. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
I'd say he gets on a roll, you better watch out. Rose is having a tremendous night. He's been relentless attacking.
Dinwiddie passes to Russell, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. And so he hits the technical free throw.
Well, to me, it's the size, the strength, and the IQ of Spencer Dinwiddie that's so impressive. This guy is unique at the point guard position.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Taj Gibson's checked in for Dang, and Wiggins is subbed in for Rose. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Brooklyn. Now here's Carroll. Here's Dinwiddie. Minnesota with the rebound. Jang's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Wiggins with it. And that one comes up a bit short. Brooklyn with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Passes it to Carroll. Here's Hollis Jefferson. All alone. Rebound by Jang.
My goodness, how about that miss? I mean, that's 2 easy points that they've just given away.
And that one's good. Wiggins.
A good score inside for a 3-man. I mean, Wiggins can beat you with his back to the basket or facing up.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
You know, my guess right now is Coach wants to talk over this turnover issue. And it seems like they've been trying to force things a bit and need to find a steady rhythm offensively.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Covington's checked in. And the Nets making a change here as well. LeVert's checked in for Dinwiddie. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch Kenny Atkinson's message to his team. With them getting outshot from the perimeter, he told them we have got to defend the three-point line. Those threes are destroying us. We'll see if they can tighten it up, Kevin.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
Russell passes to LeVert. Knocked loose, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Wiggins. Here's what the Minnesota Timberwolves have lined up on their schedule. On Wednesday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. Then on Friday, they'll be playing against Damian Lillard and the Portland Trail Blazers.
And for the matchup with the Grizzlies, on paper, you'd expect them to come away with the win, but this might be one of those trap games where they let it get away from them if they aren't focused.
Timberwolves leading by 8. Teague hits to Wiggins. Teague dishes to Wiggins. Teague against Russell. Just 5 to shoot.
You look at the numbers tonight. When Wiggins asserts himself, he's painful to defend.
Nets trail by 10. Pass to LeVert. The dish to Allen. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
How about the toughness, Kevin, from Hollis Jefferson on the interior? Fantastic at using his length close to the rack to get that contact.
The first free throw is good.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And he makes the first, but misses the second. And the league last season, Doris, looking to tighten up on the traveling calls. I think that's a move in a positive direction, and it's had a good effect.
Well, Kevin, I'm sure you agree with this. We want to see if there's a traveling violation, it should be called.
Yes.
We have given the offensive players enough advantages, and by that I mean we've made it less physical on the perimeter. You know, we've allowed for freedom of movement, and so I think anytime you learn from a kid, listen, if you pick up that pivot foot, it's a travel. In the past, I thought a lot were missed. What's your take on it, Kev?
I like what you said, and even more for the younger kids who are learning the game, they got to play the right way. It's got to be called.
That's right.
Jang, it's deflected, and he's able to get it back.
Well, they've been playing some tough defense on him in this period, and it's starting to affect him. This guy's having trouble finding the target right now.
And so Allen will bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. There's the pass to LeVert. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
Boy, I love the way Karis LeVert is attacking. This guy is a skilled guard with tremendous speed.
Outside Teague to the inside. Here's Gibson. And that comes off the assist by Jeff Teague. Teague's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
And just great offensive execution by both sides, leaving nothing on the table.
What an offensive clinic we have been given today. They're hitting every single thing they put at the rim right now.
Allen, that's good.
Oh, my goodness. That is how to attack the rim. Don't give the defense time to react. That's beautiful.
Teague finds Gibson. Back to Teague. Passes it to Gibson. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Teague can't hit. Nets trail by 7. Knocked away. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. And stolen by Wiggins. An even 3-on-3 break. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
Well, Taj Gibson is a big-time power player. This guy remarkable getting hit and able to finish nonetheless. Well, Taj Gibson is playing a career high in minutes with the Timberwolves. This guy is in his early 30s. He's kept himself in unbelievable physical shape every single year. He's now healthy, and I'll say this. Taj Gibson is one of those guys you want in the trenches with you. You know what you're going to get on a night-by-night basis.
Mind the lanes. One shot.
And Doris, you were talking about the responsibility for Taj Gibson with the Wolves. Coach Thibodeau bringing in the seasoned veterans to complement the young talent.
Well, Kevin, Taj Gibson is exactly the kind of influence and teammate you want, both on the floor and in the locker room. Here's a hard-working, defensive-minded player. He's made the playoffs in just about every season he has been in the league. And he has proven on the offensive end that you can play through him in the post. So much to love about Taj Gibson.
Oh, Kevin, not a petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the ounce, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunnies. Carroll. Wiggins with some nice D. Timberwolves leading by 12. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
A tough first half, but it's been a different story here since the break.
Well, you think about Andrew Wiggins, guys, signing that max deal in 2017. Timberwolves ownership, though, wanted to sit down with Wiggins to hear him commit to being a better player. Pretty unusual stuff.
One shot.
And on the heels of that contract extension, all of Andrew Wiggins' shooting percentages fell last season. Doris, you think a cause for concern for the Timberwolves?
Well, I think obviously, Kevin, anytime you've committed almost $30 million a season to one guy, the expectations are going to be sky high. For me, Andrew Wiggins needs to just stay consistent. We are talking about a guy with elite athleticism, plenty to take advantage on the offensive end. It's a question for me of, does Andrew Wiggins want to be great? Because the potential is there.
Minnesota leading by 13. Outside Teague. Kicks to Wiggins. Three-pointer. Tips it. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Here's LeVert. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Guard it.
Karis LeVert, a player who executives knew had potential, Doris, but they were scared away on draft day.
Yeah, I think, Kevin, the 3 foot surgeries early in the career had a toll on that. But let's remember, the Nets took a chance, and he has more than shown with the ceiling he has what a good decision that was.
And now we've got a moment for our Jordan player of the game, Andrew Wiggins.
Plain and simple, his scoring is what made him our pick tonight. Even when the D's given him all their attention, they just have not been able to contain him. If they backed off him for 1 second, he made them pay.
He doesn't take over games like this very much, but it's always possible. And when he does, here at home, these fans love it. Covington with the steal. He dishes it to Wiggins. Trying to get open as Jang. Again, Wiggins missing. And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Pass to LeVert. He swipes the ball away again. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
That's a really nice decision. Rose with the floater over the top. You don't have to take everything right to the rack.
1:56 left here in the 4th quarter. Rose against Russell. Shot clock at 6. Great open look there. Russell's got 10 points in the quarter.
That's a nuanced understanding of pick and roll play. D'Angelo Russell, nicely done.
Poke loose. Rose kicks to Wiggins. Doris, for both charting game action and improving player health, the players now are being tracked by the player tracking devices or chips in their jersey during a game.
I love it, Kevin, because what it enables teams to do is measure the impact and the toll it can take on a player. For example, we now know that player X ran 5 miles on this particular night in this game action environment. And what that affords you is, okay, if you have a back-to-back situation, then you're going to be more careful with that player's minutes the next night. Or if it's an off day, Kevin, you can just say to that player, listen, unless we're doing a walkthrough, you're not involved. I want you off your feet and recovering. Anything that helps the competitive environment that these players are playing in, I'm all for it, Kev.
That was an excellent example. I like that. And the shot goes in.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Timberwolves.
They enjoyed a big boost from the strong play of their bench.
The subs came in and did their job. Those points off the bench were key to their victory.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Andrew Wiggins.
You look at the energy he brought on both ends of the floor, and it's easy to see why he was a difference maker.
And the basket by Rose.
And saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
Well, this is exactly how you put teams away. Late game execution leads to a tremendous win.
Now here's Napier. And here's Harris from the arc. Offensive rebound, Fareed. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
He doesn't let that possession go to waste, Kev. He's going to feed on those second chance opportunities. Boy, that's pretty work.
Outside Rose. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Lets it fly from 18. And there's Derrick Rose on the assist by Wiggins.
Up by double digits, little time remaining. Way to defend your house.
Well, this is what you call taking care of your business, showing dominance on their home floor. What an excellent effort.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And, you know, this game could really be a defining one
for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. Andrew, an impressive win for you guys. How will you look back on tonight?
It feels great, I think the whole team played great. We shared the ball, we grabbed rebounds, we made big possessions, so I think it was a great game.
Hey, Andrew, congrats again. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.